My fashion business insider, welcome back to the second part to my video of how to be a successful fashion designer in 2021. Now, so in this one, I'm getting more of the technical parts of designing pertaining to the manufacturing, the when you got to get lawyers and all that stuff involved. So people, once again, my name is Xavier Alexander. I specialize in helping fashion designers and entrepreneurs scale their business to high levels to make sure that they are always profitable, but then also making sure that their business is also feeding their families and giving them their life that they want pertaining to freedom outside of the corporate world. So if this is something that you seem like you would like, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, because once again, I drop videos like this every single week and you don't want to miss them. Let's get right into part 2, guys. I will see you guys later. Alright, my fellow people, so that was the last part of this video. I hope these tips was very helpful to you guys, because through life, all of these tips were stuff I learned by being in this industry for over 14 years. All of those things are stuff that I learned. Some of those things were things that I learned the hard way. Okay? So don't allow my mistakes and allow my knowledge to be a blessing to you, to allow you to know exactly what you need to do to learn from my mistakes, guys. Once again, my name is Xavier Alexander. I'm so happy that you guys sat back here and watched this video, and I'm so happy that you guys gave me your time to invest into your business, but take some of my knowledge and implicate it into your... I want to thank you guys for giving me your time I want to thank you guys again for giving me your time to sit here and listen to my tools on what I feel like you guys should be looking into. So I hope that these tools were very helpful to you guys. So guys, once again, be a blessing to the world, because that's the only way you can be a blessing yourself. Be blessed, my people. I love you guys. See y'all back next week. Bye. Number 8, people, Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop. A lot of people have heard about Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop, so this is nothing new to a lot of people. However, this is something, once again, this is something that you can learn and something that you don't have to gravitate to. In school, this is something you have to take. In school, this is something I took. I did not focus much in Photoshop, guys, because when I was in school, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was like, this had nothing to do with me. Oh my God, I hate this class. This has nothing to do with me. But I will say, by the end of that class, I was a beast. And I'm just going to explain a little bit with these two programs what can be done. Now, with Photoshop and Illustrator, guys, a lot of things that you will do in your industry will fall under these. They design your specs in there. Your flats are made in Illustrator. Illustrations are made in Illustrator. Sometimes, just say if you decide to become an Illustrator, a freelance designer, if you start working with you start working with different companies, especially different clothing companies, how they require for you guys to send in your things. A lot of them require for you to do things in Illustrator, especially your flats. So that's why I was saying, guys, it's something you will have to know, but you don't have to know it if freelance is not a lane that you're going into, because in your clothing company, guys, you can always hire somebody to do that. Point number 9, garment construction. This is where a lot of designers go wrong. Garment construction. So, garment construction is such a big key in your selling point, because buyers will not buy from you. They will tell other buyers not buy from you. They will tell other buyers of what they just saw at your showroom. And that's the thing what people have to understand. Garment construction is very important, because when it comes down to you selling your product, your garment construction is what's going to sell your product. How is it made? What's the pleats? What's the darts? How is it cut? Is it an A-line dress? Is it a straight dress? Is it a shift dress? Is it a peplum dress? Like, so there's all of that things is what people talk about. And a lot of things too, guys, buyers talk, editors talk. So as quick as them sitting in your showroom and going over your thing is as quick as they're sending out a mass email telling people about your product. Garment construction. And then two, and then I'm gonna say this point on garment construction too. The reason why you need to know garment construction is because, especially if you're starting to go into manufacturing, and especially if you are trying to do manufacturing across seas, you need to know how to make your product. If you don't know how to make your product, how do you think somebody else do? So you can't get mad if they messed it up. That's all. 10. Apparel manufacturing and business practicing. Now, I have broke this down because I wanted to tell you guys the different ones. So we're going to start off with apparel manufacturing. Apparel manufacturing is mainly production. It's going back to what I was telling you about. Is when I was saying spec sheets. Is when I was going over product development. When I was saying that after you create the sample, now you have to make a spec sheet for it, and this is what is sent over. So I've gotten a lot of questions about apparel manufacturing. Apparel manufacturing is honest. It's scary, and it's something that you have to do a lot of research before you picking your manufacturing company. It took me, if you want to be honest, guys, it took me a good 3 years into having my label before I found a successful manufacturing company. I would say research. There are so many different manufacturing companies in this world. There are so many different manufacturing companies right here in the United States. I have used them before. Some of my clients have used them. Some of my counterparts that I went to school with, I've told some of my counterparts about some manufacturers. There's actually one, guys, in Atlanta. I think they're called it's America something. If I can find them, I would put them below. But one of my clients have used them. They do impeccable work. Impeccable work. So picking your manufacturer is very key, because your manufacturer can ruin your image pertaining to what people say about the quality of your clothes. You can hire somebody who only focus on mass production in apparel manufacturing. You can hire somebody to do that. You can hire somebody to be over fabrics. But you as a designer, you still need to know it. Now, going on to business practicing. The business practicing part of the apparel manufacturing and business practicing is sales. This part, guys, and I'm just looking down so I can make sure I give you guys all of the facts. So this is mainly, so after everything is done, so mainly in the business practice part of your business, what you would have to do, sales. Sales is the first part. Now, this is when you are starting to put your buyer weeks together. This is when you are starting to put your trunk shows together. This is when you are starting to reach out to all the different trade shows so you can start wholesaling your clothes. Or if you don't want to wholesale, you can go straight to e-commerce. Now, if you guys will like more on that, please comment below, and I can do something. I can do a video on teaching you guys how to build an e-commerce, a fashion e-commerce site. But yes, sale. This is when you're pricing the collection. This is when you are setting everything up. So back when I was telling you guys, now you have to figure out your price point. This is where that falls in at. It's when you get to business practicing part, when it's time to actually do the operations side of your business. Because guys, this is the thing. You can do it, or you can hire somebody to do it. But I always tell people, you need to know what's going on. Because I'm gonna tell you this. People get screwed every single day. It's because they want to focus so much on the creative part, but they don't know the business. No, baby, let me tell you something about Xavier Alexander. Don't you ever forget it. I know it all. Distribution. This falls into business practicing. Distribution, guys, is when now you have to find out how you're going to get everything out to your stores, or if you just went straight to e-commerce, how you're going to get everything out to your customers. What company are you going to use? What shipping are you going to use? What packaging are you going to use? Every company is different pertaining to what it is. Are you going to open up a business account with any of these shipping companies? Because when you open a business account with these shipping companies, guys, you get better discounts. Amazon is the same way. When you have a business account with Amazon, you get better discounts. Anytime that you have a business account with anybody, guys, you get better discounts. I get better discounts. I literally have 2 phones here. I get a better plan deal because I got 2 phones in this business. So that's my point. But yeah, so what company are you gonna ship with? Then now you got to figure out where will your clothes be produced? Will they be produced by you, or if you went straight to e-commerce, what are you going to use to get your stuff out to your customers? How are you guys going to package this? Are you going to buy packaging that has your brand label on it? Are you going to do special things in your packages? This is when all of that come into place where you have to start thinking about that. Now, the next thing you have to think about from distribution: who and where am I going to make my clothing? Am I going to make my clothing across seas, or would I make it over here, or will you produce it yourself? Now, one of my goals is in life, guys, I want to open up my own manufacturing company for newcomer designers so they can always have a platform to always be able to get their stuff made. So that's what I'm working on now for newcomer designers who come under my program, but not also under my program, but also just period, that they can reach out and I can have something just for them. Number 11, you have to know, you have to know business and fashion laws. You have to know business and fashion laws. Guys, a lot of people forget this. You cannot run a successful business if you don't even know the business way, if you don't even know the business practices on how to even run your company. You cannot run a successful business if you don't even know the laws on how to run it successfully. There are fashion design laws out here, guys. It is. There are fashion design laws out here, guys, that literally has laws just for the fashion industry. Just for the fashion is pertaining to copyright, pertaining to design, pertaining to trademarking. So guys, you have to know that, you have to know those things. Then from that point, you need to go and learn business law, because you have to remember, just because you're a fashion company does not mean that you're not a business. You are a business. So that's the thing. Not only do you have to learn fashion law, but you have to learn the laws of business, period. So now, guys, we have went over all of the steps to get you guys prepared to be a successful designer. So let's go back over them. Number 1, education. Number 2, price points in clothing. Number 3, color. Number 4, fabrics. Number 5, what is your niche? Don't forget, guys, your niche is very important because your niche will start it all. All right, number 6, drawing and illustration. Number 7, product development. And if you guys would like for me to do a video a little bit more on product development, please let me know. I definitely don't mind. Number 8, we have Illustrator and Photoshop. Number 9, we have garment construction. You guys know how I feel about my seams. All right, number 10, apparel manufacturing and business practicing, which is the biggest key which is the biggest section you need to focus on, especially when it comes down to making sure that your company is running successful. And that last tip, guys, fashion law and business law. You need to know it. You cannot run a successful company without it, because... All right, my fellow people, so that was the last part of this video. I hope these tips was very, 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 very helpful to you guys, because through life, all of these tips were stuff I learned by being in this industry for over 14 years. All of those things are stuff that I learned. Some of those things were things that I learned the hard way. Okay? Allow my mistakes and allow my knowledge to be a blessing to you, to allow you to know exactly what you need to do to learn from my mistakes, guys. Once again, my name is Xavier Alexander. I'm so happy that you guys sat back here and watched this video, and I'm so happy that you guys gave me your time to invest into your business, but be a blessing to the world, because that's the only way you can be a blessing yourself. Be blessed, my people. I love you guys. See y'all back next week.